Hey, how you guys doing? I hope you are fine. Thank you very much for clicking my YouTube channel. I'm your team Malaysia. I'm back again with a new episode. And today, guys, I will be our episode is very special. Why? Because today I will talk to you about personal experience. All right, so make sure to watch this episode until the end. Coming up. Hey guys, okay guys, you may know or you may not know that I right now I am living in Egypt and I have lived here since 2017. That means about 3 years, right? And so during this period I have so many experiences, and today in this video I will be sharing with you some differences, some contrast between Sudan, my country Sudan, and Egypt. Right, guys. First of all, let's talk about the weather. In my country, Sudan, the weather is extremely hot. When in the beginning, when I arrived in Egypt, in the airplane, I remember that the flight attendants announced that the weather outside is about 10 degrees. And I was like, are you guys serious about that or just kidding? And then as soon as I got out of the airport, man, I was freezing, man. I was like, oh my God. I was freezing, man. And then after that, my friend gave me a jacket, and I wear the jacket, but I didn't feel warm. And then I wear gloves, and then I wear, socks and all of that. It was extremely bad experience, right? But now I used to the weather, especially in the winter here. The weather is really cold. Okay. Other different, I will mention some difference between the culture. Guys, in Sudan we speak Arabic, right? At the same thing here in Egypt, the official language is Arabic, but of course with a different accent. All right, and I know in my country, Sudan, when people meet you, if you're absent for a long time and then you came, when people meet you, they shake your hand and then touch you on your shoulder and then shake your hand. But here in Egypt, it's very interesting. People, they used to kiss you here and here, like in my country, Sudan. That's especially between men. You cannot do that. If you did something like that for a man, that's people, they look you like you may are a gay or something like that. Very funny. But here in Egypt, people, they used to kiss each other because this is their culture, right? And so yes, we have to embrace it, right? And I interesting thing about the cultures of other people, guys. You cannot recognize until you get opportunity to travel. So I really recommend for you to get opportunity to travel to one of your neighbors to see the differences. It's really interesting, guys. Really interesting. Okay. The third thing, I think, may also something related to the culture. I remember one times I was in the public transportation, and you are with your and you go to your destination. You have to snap 3 times, like that way the driver knew that there is someone who actually need to get out of the bus. But here in Egypt is very interesting. You have to announce that with a loud voice, alagam, like that, and then everybody and everybody know that you are arrived, and now you need to get out of the bus, and then the driver stop and you just get out. That's very interesting, very interesting. Okay, the third one, I think, in also the food. I remember in the beginning when I came here, I went to the restaurant, and then I asked the cashier about certain type of food. Actually, it's a Sudanese food, and then he was like, "What? No, we don't have that here." And I was like, "Okay, why you don't have that here?" He said, "This name is not exist in Egypt." And I was like, "Why?" He was like, "This is Egypt, so the food here is Egyptian food, not Sudanese food." And I was like, "Oh, yeah." And then I know that from that point, I know that there is a food here. The food here is not the same food, that despite the same language, but the food is different, guys. The food is really different. And one thing also interesting about food, I remember that in my country, Sudan, when we eat meat, we mix meat with tomato sauce and spices and all of that. But here in Egypt, people used to eat meat separately. They spoil it or they fry it and then they eat it separately. And then they eat the sauce or the soup alone. And then the rice alone and all of that, which is something that's really interesting. And believe me, guys, you cannot recognize that until you get opportunity. But it was very, very nice journey. I learned a lot. There are a lot of benefits, guys, from traveling to another place. It expand your knowledge. It will tells you a lot of things, right, guys? And so, yeah, that's all for today. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope see you next time. Stay at home, guys, right? Don't go out. Stay at home, because that way you're going to protect yourself and your family. Okay, see you next time. Bye bye.